Test, test, 1, 2, 3. What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with TechBud Solutions. Hope that you guys are all having a good afternoon. It's 1:01. We have Google and Microsoft reporting earnings today. Let's go ahead and pull this up. Looks like there's still a split of a move. Looks like Microsoft is going into the green. We have Google. Oh, wait. Nope. Break even so far. There we go. All right. Yep, SQQQ dropping. I reduced my position size from 12,000 shares, over 12,000 shares, down to 5,000 shares. So I'm very happy that I did that. Not because I knew that, they have to be in the green. Actually, they're beginning to drop. Look at that. Microsoft already 1% in the red. So because of this, I'm actually going to buy 500 shares here. I just have to include extended hours. 1 second. Here we go. Where are we at? 49.73. Oh, it's picking up. There it goes. Adding 500 shares. Microsoft 2.5% in the red. All right. Google jumping. Just kind of hard to manage with all of these different. There it goes. 2.4%. There it goes. Google 1.9% in the green. Google with a positive earnings, 2.6, 3%. Look at that thing jump. There it goes. SQQQ dropping. Check that out. Google 4% in the green. We are pushing. So again, for those that are just tuning on in, Google and Microsoft are reporting earnings today. I'm going to buy, have to include extended hours. Again, friendly reminder, I'm going to buy another 500 shares. Right now it's trading at, I'm going to keep it at 50 just in case I do get filled. 49.50. Keep my limit order out there. There it goes. Got filled with that controlled limit buy. Love to see it. Here it goes, SQQQ in the green. I'm going to increase the way that I'm adding to my position right now. So instead of 500 shares at a time, I'm going to be stepping on the gas a little bit more. Again, this is my decision. Please do not copy. There it goes. So I'm glad that I at least, here it goes, got filled at 49.64, already jumping to 49.84, 49.80. One of my favorite things to do is, again, this just comes with time, but when I reduce my position size enough that I want it to pull back. I don't know if you guys ever feel that way. I know I never feel that way if I'm too heavily invested in a position. But when you're light enough in a position, you almost want it to pull back because you know you have the cash available to be able to buy the dip and make the most of it. I think that's what I enjoy most about not being afraid to lock in profits, not being afraid during uncertain times to reduce my position size. So there it goes, hitting $35,000 on the day, only with the 7,000 shares. Let's see which way we go. So 49.69. We have Google up 3.3%, 3.5% in the green. Microsoft down 2.7%. Let's give this a little bit more time to identify its true direction. How are you guys all doing? What's up? What's up? So Google Q2 is out. Refresh. Yep. Where are we at? I can pin your guys' message if you guys see it. I know that they have their guidance call later today. Do any of you guys see the earnings being reported? Let me go ahead and try to see if I can pull it up. If you guys have their earnings that are out, feel free to comment it, and I'd be happy to pin your message. All right. All right, so we have expectation at 69.8 billion. We have 1.29 EPS, which is the earnings per share. I'm going to do another 1,000 here. All right, so I got filled there, as you guys can see here, 49.48. We're testing our support level here for SQQQ. Let's see if we hold around that general area or if we actually end up making some lower lows. This is good though for Google at least. For Google coming out 4% in the green. Do you have it? Is it popping up or is it? No. Here it goes. We got Elton. Appreciate that. Let me go ahead and pop this thing up. So revenue 69.69, estimated 70. Let's see. There it goes. We're going to go ahead and pin it. Here it goes, dropping. Still pulling back. Google still indicating signs of an uptrend. Microsoft still down 1.2%, but it looks like it's trying to make its recovery right now. It's actually looking pretty strong. All right. There it goes. Looks like Google might be forming its peak here. Yeah, see that? Showing signs of a resistance. Let's see if that momentum begins to slow down for Google. This is Remy's world. We're just living in it. Of course. Uh, 9.80, 1.29. Give me one quick second, guys. It looks like we're beginning to peak on. I'm going to go back with a limit order here, 500. So we are testing $49 a share. There it goes, 49.12. Got filled with 500 shares on SQQQ. Beginning to drop on Google. That's a good sign for my short. Again, one of the things that you guys have to understand is that SQQQ is an inverse bear NASDAQ ETF. So in very simple words, it goes up when the market goes down and vice versa, right? So if I see that Google is beginning to peak and beginning to potentially pull on back, then that should relieve some pressure on SQQQ, and then we can begin to see signs of a recovery. So this is why we did so well today, because the NASDAQ market was dropping, going up, right? So this is where the $30,000 comes in. So the Google's guidance, that's something that will be shared in its earnings call. So earnings call is today at 5 p.m. Eastern time. So that's still in a couple of hours. And there it goes, still pulling on back for SQQQ. Google with a second rally. Look at that. 109.79, just made new highs, up 4%, almost 5% on the day. It's pretty significant. All right. Here it goes. Google beginning to pull back a little bit, right back at 4% flat. See if we could break that. Microsoft getting a flat line here. Slight resistance at maybe the EMA and or the moving average. There it goes, beginning to show signs of a support. Bro's eating. I am. I just got some Mexican candy. I don't know if you guys like spicy Mexican candy, but Sour Patch Kids with chamoy, and I don't know. I know it's not tahini, but it's some chili powder. I don't know. I like Mexican candy. Ricky, why do you want Google stock to crash? I don't want it to crash. I'm, what's it called? Taking a position that goes against the NASDAQ market on the day. I'm not going to be holding these shares for a long period of time. All right, let's see which way we go. .7% for Google, 1.3% in the red for Microsoft. We should begin to show some recovery signs for SQQQ, but if it still continues to slow down, I'll just exit my SQQQ position. But very, very glad I reduced my position size right when earnings were reported. I ended up reducing my position size. I went from 12,000 shares down to 5,000 shares. So that was light enough for me to be able to, not be afraid that if something does pull back, kind of like this, right? Worst case scenario, I don't have to worry about giving back all of the profits that I made today, or all of the gains that I made today. That's a better way to put it. There it goes, beginning to show signs of a support. Yes, I almost forgot. Chipotle also reports earnings today. Check that out, 6.7%. Wow. Significant push on Chipotle. It's a good reason to maybe go visit them today. Just kidding, just kidding. There it goes. Approaching previous resistance levels at around 1,400. So congrats to everyone that was in CMG, which is Chipotle. We have Google beginning to pull on back. All right, we're still testing to see if we actually begin to show signs of a recovery. Hit that like button. Well, I appreciate that. Oh yeah, let's go ahead and follow up with Visa. Visa up to 2%. Not bad, right? Visa up 2%. CMG up 6.7%. There it goes, almost 7% on the day. Looks like CMG has pretty low volume. We have Microsoft down 0.9%. Google up 3% and dropping. You guys see that? Look at that. Google beginning to drop. That should be a good sign for my SQQQ position. Guidance is where it's at, 100%. And I appreciate you reminding me about that. One of the things that we did really well last week is, again, it's not that it doesn't matter, but sometimes it's almost more important to pay attention and wait for the company to actually report or release their guidance. This is where they pretty much not just talk about their previous quarter, but what they're going to be working towards and their areas of opportunity for their up and coming quarters. This is where a lot of companies can talk about expansions, what they're doing to reinvest into their business, and or the opposite. They're going to be laying off people and maybe spending less money, right? Apple released some form of guidance last week where it announced that it's going to slow down at the rate that it's hiring people and also cut back on spending. That within itself caused Apple to sell off about 5%. You have to think about it. Apple is not just a million nor a billion-dollar company. They're a trillion-dollar company. They were trading at 2.3 trillion, so losing 5%, you could imagine, is pretty significant to move a stock like Apple. So please make sure that for Microsoft, Visa, CMG, Google, as they report earnings, regardless if it's positive or negative, that you also give it time to release their guidance for the up and coming quarters and how it actually ends up, what their plan for execution is. Guidance is 100% more important now. Yeah, especially with the uncertainty, right? Especially with the uncertainty of the overall market, the idea of a recession, raising interest rates. I mean, if you guys really want to talk about it, one thing that my buddy here, Justin, and I were talking about is, earnings are super important, right? Especially with these big tech stocks. Today was Google and Microsoft, the biggest of the two. Tomorrow is Meta. Thursday is Apple and Amazon. But let's not forget about the Fed meeting tomorrow. Tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern time, there's going to be a Fed meeting to raise interest rates. We talked about this in our live trading session today, right? There tends to be about a 5 to 10% move on TQQQ almost every single time that there is a Fed meeting. That means that the actual NASDAQ index moves around 3 to 4% within that one day because of these Fed meetings and what they end up talking about and how they're going to be raising interest rates. So Visa just dropped back down. Did it really? Let's see. It's pulling back a little bit. Yeah, so it's losing some of its volume, losing some of its hype. CMG is still getting pumped up. Look at that, $14.25 a share. $14.25. Up 7.9% on the day. Can I see a show of hands? Who is invested in Chipotle? Who's invested in Chipotle? Who just likes to eat Chipotle? Me. No? Just not me? Yeah, my dad joke? Pretty bad. Yeah, sorry. If you laughed at that, well, you're welcome. Not me. I love Chipotle. I'm short CMG. Well, that's not a good sign. It's up 7.9%. I have 10 shares. Sweet. It's an expensive company, right? To own when it comes down to the price per share. I put 250K before market close. Flame Boy, congrats on your CMG position. That's a pretty hefty position. Had a couple of calls on Chipotle. Congrats on your trade. Here it goes. Microsoft in the red once again. Google beginning to drop once again. SQQQ showing signs of a potential recovery. Let's see if we actually, it's really slow with its momentum, so I wouldn't be surprised if it gets rejected right away. I think I'm just going to reduce my position size and let the market do its thing, especially leading up to earnings. What do you guys think? We should probably play it safe, especially with the Fed meeting tomorrow. How do we put our hands up for you? Very, very true. With the like button. Just with the like button, that's how you put your hands up for me. There it goes. Google dropping below the EMA line. You guys see this? So on the technical side, that's not a good sign for Google, right? But again, they haven't even released their guidance, so please understand that. Here it goes. It looks like SQQQ beginning to show somewhat signs of a recovery. Up 30,000 on the day. Position size is now at 9,000. So just to make sure that you guys are aware. Yes, it never hurts to take profits. Microsoft missed. Yep. G up 8.2% on the day. I told you to short. Wait. Oh, short Microsoft, Pascal? I was like, I'm shorting. I'm shorting the NASDAQ market. I closed my position at 1,400, made $15,000 approximately. Nice. I have 20K long on CMG. I like that, Jeremy. Congrats. Obviously, it's a long-term play, right? So one of the things that we talk about all the time is like it's really cool to see stocks move up or down during earnings, but if your intention is to hold for a long period of time, then yeah, at the end of the day, it probably doesn't matter too much on how it's influenced during earnings, right? As it tends to be more of a short-term catalyst that doesn't really hold at those levels all the time, especially with what's to come tomorrow, right? CMG used to trade at nearly $2,000 a share. I think out of all companies, especially companies that have recently done stock splits, I feel like CMG should definitely consider doing its stock split. Look at that. That's an expensive price per share. What's the ROI potential? It's already trading at 14.23, right? So it just doesn't reflect here right now. But 14.23, we have based off previous highs, 37%. I personally love Chipotle. I'm very opinionated, I'm very biased about Chipotle. I literally eat there all the time. It's one of my favorite places to eat. I feel like it's just like you can never go wrong with it. I guess in my eyes you can't. I'm sure a lot of people might disagree, but hey, to each their own, right? 500 more shares going into SQQQ. Shoot, you scared me. Are you invested in Chipotle? I am not, but definitely considering it at these oversold levels. So all credits to you, Ricky. I've learned from you. Thanks so much. Well, again, you're the one initiating the trade, so if you made money, that's definitely all on you, but I appreciate you taking time and hanging out with us here. So I really do appreciate that. There it goes, still indicating signs of an uptrend. Love Chipotle, especially after the gym. Zach, you're right on the money with that. So I always get a bowl and 2 tortillas, free burrito. Giovanni, that's my kind of guy. Love it. Oh, that's too good. You hear him? He gets a bowl and he gets 2 tortillas, and then he's like, it's like a free burrito. Right? It's not bad. Especially you could ask for double rice, double beans. If you really think about it, if there's no additional charge for that. Yeah. So did you see the price and earnings ratio for CMG? It's crazy high. I did not. No, I haven't been able to look at that right now. So are you shorting QQQ? I'm in SQQQ, so it's the bear ETF. So somewhat, but I'm not actually short. PE ratio for CMG is 52. BA earnings tomorrow. Yeah, Boeing. I'm more concerned about Meta and how it's going to, how much money it's blown through with its metaverse. What do you guys think? Are you going to see a miss for Facebook, especially with Snapchat already not releasing the best earnings and really poor, I guess I was going to say really poor guidance, but it didn't even give us the benefit of the doubt with its guidance. Snapchat refused to share any guidance for up-and-coming quarters, which I think actually did it more harm than good. Based off of the last time I looked at Snapchat, yeah, it's trading under $10 a share. Snapchat used to trade at nearly $90 a share. Think about that. What's going on, Duvall? How's it going? Good to see you. I appreciate that. Thank you for stopping on in. So what do you think about Apple? I think that Apple's going to be one of the biggest contributors after the earnings report, after the Fed meeting tomorrow. My main focus, I wanted to see how today played out. Honestly, based off of Google's reaction and Microsoft's reaction, I'm still not sold on the idea that, Amazon and Apple or Facebook are set up for a good earnings at all. There's not anything that's blowing me out of the water when it comes down to that. So really depending on the Fed meeting tomorrow will determine if I go in more aggressive with my SQQQ position or if I begin to lighten up. At the end of the day, I'm really just trying to hedge my long positions right now. I'm still long on Tesla. I'm still long on Amazon. I'm still long on Apple. I just decided to reduce my position size a little bit leading up to these earnings reports. I thought that the market was going to pull on back, so I just wanted to make sure that I put myself in a position that I can tolerate those pullbacks. Just looking out for myself based off of worst case scenarios. Some of you guys might be like, why would I ever do that? Or why would you consider reducing position size? I wanted to think about worst case scenario, especially with the past 7 months and how it's been performing. Just wanted to play it safe. All right. What time is the Fed meeting tomorrow? The FOMC meeting is at 2 p.m. I think you guys all have me covered, right? But I'm pretty sure it's safe to say that you guys will get this video to over 1,000 likes, right? We have 1,700 of you in this live stream. We only have 300 likes. I thought you guys would have my back. I would love to live stream the FOMC meeting tomorrow when Jerome Powell, the head chairman of the Federal Reserve, sets interest rates or is going to announce the interest rate hike tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern time. But I'm pretty sure you guys have me covered with 1,000 likes. Let me see where we're at now. Let's see what it's looking like. Let's see if the boys got me. What are we at? 494. We have 1,700 of you. And there's only, can't believe it. There it goes. Where are we at now? All right. I thought you guys would have wanted me to host it. All right. Well, I'll leave it up to you guys. I know I'm pretty certain that we'll get the 1,000 likes. Where we at? Let's see. 756 likes is what I see on my side. Not bad, not bad. Come on, almost at 700. I like it. All right. All right. We're beginning to trade sideways on SQQQ, so I'm going to get ready to sell my position. It looks like we're trying to curl back over. It looks like Google, do you guys agree with me? Google is beginning to give back most of the gains that it's made. Google at one point was up over 4% in the green and is now testing support level here at the EMA line. If we break below this EMA line, we can potentially retrace back to this moving average. When it comes down to Microsoft, Microsoft is already in the red, and it looks like it's, again, experiencing that resistance level right around that moving average as well. It will be having its earnings call at 5 p.m. Eastern time. So wherever it is that you are, 5 p.m. Eastern time, that's when they're going to be hosting their guidance call, and that's probably going to be the second wind of when we see either the market go bullish and or bearish. So I'll make sure that if you're part of any of our Discord groups, I'll keep you guys up to date. If you're part of Learn Plan Profit, if you're part of TechBud Solutions, I'll post an announcement just to make sure that you guys are aware when the market is moving. Friendly reminder, I know everyone says this, but again, I can only answer the questions that you guys actually send to me. If you ever have any questions that you want to ask me and you can't find your answer on Google, you guys can refresh this video, and the first link in the description is our free Discord group. You can direct message me at any time if your questions are, what platform I use, what indicators I use, how can you get started for free, whatever the case might be. Again, if you even just want to connect with like-minded traders, we have over 45,000 members. It's a free trading group chat. And again, it's the best way for me to be able to answer any of your trading questions that you can't find the answer to on Google. And again, that's that first link down below. Other than that, it looks like, again, market's just beginning to slow down. We have SQQQ still showing signs of that resistance level right around that moving average. So I don't want to take too much of your guys' time. I hope that I earned your thumbs up in this video. Friendly reminder, I do trade live every morning exclusively with our Learn Plan Profit group. So you could either message me on Discord if you want a huge discount, or I'll go ahead and I'll wait till the end of the video. And you can actually see it on the top pin post, or you can message me on Instagram, and I'll send you a custom discount if you want to join our Learn Plan Profit 2.0, which gives you access to our live trading session. So I really do appreciate you guys' time. Hope that we earned your thumbs up. Please consider subscribing for quick stock market updates. And like always, let's make